So I want to share with you a cautionary tale about one of the folks I hired at a startup that did not follow this one rule and resulted in him losing out on $200,000 of real equity. And that cautionary tale is the rule number one in not investing and paying yourself first. So what happened was I hired this guy on the sales team when I was a startup called Okta, and he was a little bit older than I was, but he still hasn't, when it comes to his consciousness of financial intellect, he never saved away money or enough money for it to matter as he was working in his career. And what happened was he was going out partying every weekend. Every dollar he came to like spending it to entertainment. And a year and a half into his role, he got let go. But he vested, a decent amount of equity, because after your first year in tech startups, you get that equity. And in this early stage startup, you had to buy your options. You had to pay for your options, or after 90 days, it expired, which meant it was worthless. And lo and behold, he was shocked when he was let go. He didn't have the capital to buy the options. And those options today are worth about $200,000. And I thought about it when I was running in this rain here, how one simple decision can bring you a decade up in your life. And that decision is to pay yourself first. What does that mean? It means no matter what, I've worked with, no matter what, automate putting some of your income into a savings account, especially if you're in a startup that has the ability, that needs to buy options and they have an expiration. And we'll cover that topic a little bit later. But I wanted to share that cautionary tale because this happened not once, but twice to people I know. And I don't know if somebody had that story to share with them, to just remind them that if you're gonna go chase this technology startup dream, you have to put away at least 6 months of living expenses and at least the capital you need to exercise your options, because not all startups have options that you can exercise 5 years down the road. Not all of them, no. And if they expire, they're gone. The time you spent there was worthless in the equity part of it, not in your experience. But I want to share with you that story because, in here you're seeing a whole bunch of IPOs, Uber, Lyft, Slack's coming up, and a lot of people, younger people, may be inspired to come out here, move out their life in San Francisco and chase their dreams. And if they don't master this lesson, it doesn't matter. If you weren't ready and winter came and you got let go, your options are meaningless if you don't buy them. We'll cover that. You know what? Let's keep going. So, what are options? Options is the instrument that gives you the option to buy your stock at a certain price. Usually, the earlier you are, the lower the price that you can actually that you exercise on. And what that means is, let's say you start a startup and it's 50 cents a share. You build the company, or you work with a company, and it grows and builds, and it's worth $3 a share, $5 a share, $10 a share. And let's say, gentleman example, you got let go, right? If you had, let's say, just 2,000 shares, you would have to pony up, what was it, 50 cents, $1,000. That's it. To exercise your options, $1,000 to exercise your options. And you're buying it at the 50-cent strike price. Now, again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'll put a disclaimer, whatever. But the point is, there is risk involved. Why? Because you are also you're probably gonna have to pay taxes on that gain from where you were granted and where it was exercised on. In that case, it's also very minuscule. But let's say you were granted at $10 a share and you exercised it at, you were granted at 50 cents and you exercised at $10 a share, you're gonna have to pay the capital gains tax on that, even if it isn't liquidated. But it's one of the few opportunities in life, if you can wait it out and work and build equity it's like going back in time and having the dream of buying a stock for 50 cents a share. Like, you have that visibility, but you have to be there long enough, right? So I think the message today, let's get back to what the core message is. I've seen time and time again, there's so many opportunities to take advantage of real estate acquisitions, or even investing in digital currency before it came in and before it, really started going crazy, right? Or just exercising your stock options. And it all because the gentleman did not follow the #1 rule of financial independence, which is pay yourself first. Give yourself the chance to runway. If you are let go, you have at least 6 months to go find another job to move forward, and the ability to exercise your options that you worked so darn hard for. Damn it. And that's it. I think sometimes why that's important in financial independence is you never give yourself the chance. You never give yourself the optionality to make a bet when you have an opportunity. And that's it. That's all it is. You give yourself options to invest or make a move to do something. Otherwise, you're enslaved, or you have to take an extensive, massive risk by taking on a lot of debt. So that is it today. If you like these videos, please subscribe, like it, comment it. You're gonna see more of this, and nothing like a little bit of rain to wake you up. Peace.